Good Thursday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to today's top news stories, let's take a quick look outside our weather window. And today, a lot like we've seen the past couple of days, a mix of blue sky and some clouds out there and plenty of wind. Once again, wind gusts over 30 miles an hour in parts of the Wenatchee Valley today with steady winds around 15 to 25 miles an hour. But what a gorgeous shot from the Wenatchee Heights area. And that's our Sky-Fi tower camera up there. Beautiful shot down at Wenatchee. And speaking of wind, it looks like today will be the last day of wind and the last day of cooler temperatures. Only in the lower 70s today. We jump up to around 80 degrees for Friday. It should be a beautiful weekend. Saturday looks nice, also Sunday, and then a bit of a cool down on Monday, and possibly even some rain on the horizon by the time we get into the middle of next week. We'll talk much more weather coming up a little bit later on. And now a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. Grant County deputies are asking for the public for help identifying two home burglary suspects. We have the video. Be warned, the Washington State Patrol will be cracking down on distracted driving again this weekend. And we will show you video of Mission Ridge you don't normally see this time of year. But first we begin tonight. A 100-foot tree toppled in the wind Wednesday in Leavenworth and just missed, doing major damage to a home there. Chelan County Fire District 3 reported the uprooted ponderosa pine in the 300 block of Cascade Street. It struck the roof of the home porch, causing only minor damage. The homeowner was inside when the tree fell. The tree was designated a Leavenworth Heritage Tree in 2012 and was estimated to be 200 to 300 years old. Grant County deputies are asking the public for help identifying two home burglary suspects. They entered a rural Cascade Valley home overnight and were scared off by the homeowner. Fortunately, nobody was hurt. Notice the unstable walk of the unarmed suspect. If you have any information regarding the whereabouts of the suspects, you're asked to call 509-762-1160 or email crimetips@grantcountywa.gov. Well, be warned, the Washington State Patrol will be cracking down on distracted driving again this weekend. The statewide effort will focus mostly on handheld devices, which include phones, laptops, tablets, and gaming devices. If you're caught using one while driving, it'll cost you $136 for the first offense, with the fine rising to $234 if you're ticketed again within 5 years. Trooper John Bryant, regional spokesman for the Washington State Patrol, said any sort of distraction can have serious consequences.
Hello everybody, Trooper Bryant of the State Patrol coming to you from windy Kittitas County. Now the wind can affect cars in different ways and become a distraction. What other thing can become a distraction? Lots of things inside your cars, lots of things outside the cars while you're driving. Pay attention to what you're doing. Don't let things inside the vehicle like your cell phone, which is one of the biggest culprits, GPS, other people in the vehicle, prevent you from driving safely. Don't let them distract you. Things that are on the side of the road, what other drivers are doing, as long as they're doing it safely, pay attention to what you're doing. Drive safely. Don't get distracted. We want everyone to make it to their destination this weekend, all summer long, all year round. We're going to have emphasis patrols out this weekend, but it's something we look at for every day. So please, just drive.
This was the scene this morning at Mission Ridge Ski and Board Resort after a small dusting of snow was reported. The Wenatchee Valley also received some isolated sprinkles from the passing weather system last night. Temperatures in some outlying areas dipped into the 40s last night. Friday is the first day of summer and temperatures are expected to climb back into the low 80s for the remainder of the week, as I mentioned, and into the upcoming weekend. Coming up next, Chelan County Port District officials will provide updates on plans to form a regional port authority and the ongoing efforts to establish commercial air service from Pangbourne to the San Francisco Bay Area. Beginning Monday, July 1st, residents and visitors in Chelan and Leavenworth will have a new travel option on Link Transit. And for the 14th year, the Deputy Saul Gallegos Run in Manson this weekend will pay tribute to the Chelan County Sheriff's deputy who died in the line of duty. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Bring the whole family up to Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house in historic downtown Chelan. Applewood smoked brisket, street-style tacos, and our award-winning barbecue rubs and sauces. Our meals pair perfectly with our exciting lineup of craft ales, made right here in Chelan. We've got room for big groups, or give us a call for catering. So grab the kids and check out the fun at Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house located in the heart of Chelan.
Hi everyone, this is Brent Crowder. After 13 years with the Town Auto Group, I have returned home to Town Toyota where it all started. If you're in the market for a new or used vehicle, let me help you find the right one at the right price. Toyota is reliable and trustworthy, and you can count on me to be the same. When it comes to buying your next car, you can't go wrong with Toyota and Crowder. Ask for Brent at Town Toyota or call me now at 888-5000.
I found a doctor that I just really like, and his name is Nick Collins. I just like everything about him. He's very thorough, but he's not intrusive at all, so he goes ahead and checks out things that somebody else might just let it go. Just about everything about him.
Welcome back. In another news, Port District officials in Chelan County are working to build a new air service traveling from Wenatchee to San Francisco. Here with more on that story is NCWLIFE's Kyle Montgomery.
Chelan County Port District officials will provide updates on plans to form a regional port authority and ongoing efforts to establish commercial air service from Pangbourne Airport to the San Francisco Bay Area at a Friday breakfast program. Port manager Jim Kuntz says Jackie Penning will be the keynote speaker.
And we have hired him to try to secure an airline that will fly out of Pangbourne to the Bay Area. And he's going to give those in attendance tomorrow an update of what's happening with the airline industry across the country and how we are trying to target Wenatchee and try to secure this additional airline to provide service down to the Bay Area.
Kuntz just returned from a trip to Washington, D.C., where he and a delegation of officials from the Wenatchee area met with the FAA and elected leaders about airport reliability issues.
The two ports were asking our congressional delegation to help us fund a better landing system, navigation system into Pangbourne so that even in difficult weather conditions we can still land and really improve our reliability. We have good reliability now. It's 95+% of the time, but we want to try to get it even better. And so that was one of our asks. Help us with some enhanced runway lighting systems and let us really improve reliability in the winter months. And we think that'll drive more traffic to our airport to have people fly out.
Friday morning's Partners in Economic Development program starts at 7:30 at the Wenatchee Convention Center.
Beginning Monday, July 1st, residents and visitors in Chelan and Leavenworth will have a new travel option on Link Transit. When traveling between Lakeside Park and downtown Chelan, a shuttle will begin operating Monday through Saturday from 8:40 a.m. to 5:40 p.m. Trips will operate every 30 minutes. The service will be fare-free and will operate into September depending on ridership. The primary focus of this shuttle is to help alleviate parking problems at Lakeside Park and Don Morse Park. Overflow parking will be available at Chelan High School. Meanwhile, residents and visitors in Leavenworth will also have a new option when traveling through town. With the opening of the new Vilcomum Park and Ride, it's on the east end of town, Link will begin operating a shuttle Route D from there to Icicle Road, traveling on State Route Highway 2 in both directions, with a short jaunt down Front Street and on the way back to the Park and Ride, which is located behind Safeway. This shuttle will operate year-round now from 2:15 to 9:15 p.m. That's Monday through Friday, and then from 12:45 to 7:35 p.m. on Saturday, and will be also fare-free. Well, for the 14th year, the Deputy Saul Gallegos Run in Manson will pay tribute to the Chelan County Sheriff's deputy who died in the line of duty. The event, which features a 3 and 5K fun walk and a 5 and 10K run, begins at Singleton Park in Manson at 8:30 Saturday morning. 35-year-old Saul Gallegos was shot and killed during a traffic stop on July 26, 2003 in Manson. He left behind a wife and 4 young boys. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's features story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Stay with us.
With 15,000 square feet to explore, you'll find something special at the Antique Mall at Cashmere. For the do-it-yourselfers and those with a keen eye for making something old, fresh and new again, the Antique Mall at Cashmere is the place to come find your next project. From the coin enthusiasts to avid collectors, Antique Mall at Cashmere has treasures in every corner. Come find your treasure today. Antique Mall at Cashmere's friendly staff is here to help. Stop on by today.
Family roles change with time. You may find yourself being an unpaid caregiver to a loved one. Caregiving can be rewarding, but also stressful. Taking care of yourself is vital. Aging and Adult Care of Central Washington has low or no cost services for unpaid caregivers, such as in-home support, care supplies, and counseling. Connect in your local area by calling Aging and Adult Care at 800-572-4459 and mention you're interested in caregiver support.
Only one dealership in Wenatchee has Motor Trend's SUV of the Year and Truck of the Year. That's right, Town Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram has the all-new Jeep Wrangler and the all-new Ram 1500 pickup. Or get the best of both worlds in the new Jeep Gladiator. Visit Town Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram today for more information on these award winners and see why there's no reason to leave town to buy your next vehicle.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. Time now for our weekly Kennel Cameos feature from the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society. Tonight, NCWLIFE's Megan McPherson introduces us to Lucy the dog.
Hey guys, Megan here with the NCWLIFE channel. We are here with Jenny, the volunteer coordinator at the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society, and joining us this week is Lucy.
Yes.
Can you tell us about Lucy?
Sure. Lucy's about 1 year old, we think. She's a loving girl. We absolutely adore her here at the shelter. She's working really, really hard on her leash skills here. She loves fetch. She has had problems in her home before with livestock, so we definitely recommend no chickens, no rabbits, probably no cats. Other dogs, she seems to be a pretty dominant dog, but she hasn't been tested here at the shelter with other dogs, so we're not really sure how she would do other than that she seems to be a pretty dominant gal, but she's a lovely gal.
How's she with kids?
Good with kids. She's lived with kids in previous homes. She's young and she's a lab mix, so small kids would just have to be aware that she's probably going to jump until she learns not to. She should really be in a home with somebody that wants to further her training and take her on to the next level. She's in the top dog program here at the shelter, so we are working on all her basics, but she definitely needs to continue with the training too, and I think she would be a great dog.
And if someone's interested in adopting her, what should they do?
They should come on down here to the shelter and meet Lucy, and then they could fill out an application and she's ready to go home today.
The Wenatchee Valley Humane Society is located at 1474 South Wenatchee Avenue and is open Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Give them a call at 509-662-9577 or visit their website at wenatcheehumane.org. This has been Kennel Cameos at the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society.
Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast, and let's take a look outside our weather window before we get into your weekend forecast. And outside our weather window, it's a beautiful shot from our beautiful 4K camera up on Wenatchee Heights, looking back down at Wenatchee. Of course, the beautiful Columbia River and parts of East Wenatchee. A few clouds and a few high clouds out there today, but we did see plenty of sunshine. Temperatures were below normal though today. Normal is about 79 degrees. We weren't even close to that, but things will get nice as we move a little bit closer to the weekend. 72 unofficially our high temperature today. As I just mentioned, 79 our normal high, so just slightly below that mark. 53 was our low this morning, and that's just slightly below our normal low temperature of 56 degrees. 97 our record high back in 1982, and our record low 1997 at 47 degrees. As far as sunrise this morning at 5:04, and the sun will set just after 9 o'clock tonight at 9:01. Now let's kick that surface loop in motion and let me show you what we can expect. Lots of clear skies. We'll see that tonight, actually late tonight, overnight, partly to mostly cloudy skies in our forecast tonight, with northwest winds continuing about 10 to 15 miles an hour overnight. So that's way down from what we've seen the last few days. For Friday then, that's where the sunshine will come in. Mostly sunny, light winds. We'll also see warmer high temperatures. In fact, about a 5 to 10 degree warm up from today into tomorrow, and that will prompt us to use our temperature map now as we get into the weekend. Remember that orange color, that's 80 degree temperatures, and that's for a good chunk of central and southeastern Washington. Mostly sunny and warmer for us. Sunday will be nice as well, with mostly sunny and mild weather conditions. You can still see lots of yellow and lots of orange, still indicating upper 70s to lower 80s, although some 50s are possible in the Cascades. And then by Monday, our weather pattern begins to change just slightly. An area of low pressure right here off the coast of Vancouver Island will begin to bring some clouds into western Washington and a chance for showers. Not so much for us, but we will see a chance for increasing clouds on Tuesday. You can see showers will be to our north up around the Winthrop and Twisp area. And then as we get into Wednesday, that will be our best chance for the wet stuff. We'll see mostly cloudy skies and a 30% chance of showers. And notice all these little lightning strikes. That's right, thunderstorms are possible next week. And boy, we are going to keep a close eye on that with some very dry conditions. Let's take a look now at your quick Lube and Tune forecast. Tonight will drop down to 53 degrees, about where we should be for this time of year. Warm up tomorrow into the 70s, 77 degrees, 56 our low. Saturday for our weekend looks beautiful, mostly sunny and 82. Still nice for Sunday too, with sunshine and 79. A little bit cooler for Monday and 77, and then a slight warm up for Tuesday at 80 degrees, and Wednesday for the first time in a long time, a chance for showers, mostly cloudy, 30% chance for rain, and your high Wednesday at 78 degrees. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Being able to support yourself and your family is an important part of who we are. We all need to know we're able to provide ourselves with a secure future. Some job seekers have a harder time finding work. That's why Goodwill's Employment Connection Center is here, a free walk-in job search assistance program designed to help people find work. When you shop at or donate to Goodwill, you're really being a job creator, and that's a good thing for everyone's future. Goodwill. There's more behind the store.
Are you watching me? If you're watching me and you are a business owner in North Central Washington, your potential customers could be seeing your TV commercial right now. With Solion Broadcasting, TV advertising is effective and affordable. Place your ads on the network best suited to your potential customers, or get top-of-mind awareness with 16 cable networks, including NCWLIFE, your local TV channel. Give Solion Broadcasting a call at 888-2020 today to see how easy and affordable it is to advertise on TV.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
And a happy Thursday to you. Happy Thursday for U.S. soccer fans. The U.S. knocks off Sweden today in Group F pool play, 2-0 the final. The U.S. finishes pool play undefeated. Well, B.J. Kuntz is leaving the Wenatchee Valley to take on the position as assistant director of the WIAA. She says one of her goals is to work on communication between the association and its member schools.
I would think my number one thing that I would like to have happen is when people think about the WIAA, they don't sigh and go like, oh, the WIA did this, the WIA did that. So I'm hoping that by getting out and talking with people, being at events and getting to know people that I don't know and developing, I think there's two sides of this. One of it's the relationship side, and the second piece of it is really that statewide communication piece of how do we as an association communicate with a coach. And how does a coach get to communicate with us? And how do we communicate with a kid? And how does a kid get to communicate with us? How do we have an ongoing dialogue with the stakeholders so they feel like they are getting to communicate and that they are getting like we're hearing them?
Kuntz says she supports the WIAA's recent decision to allow school districts to opt up or down classifications in various sports.
My experience 15 years ago, you were classified where you were classified, and that was it. Like grin and bear it, and you figure out how to be successful given what you got. But now you're starting to see where, you know, a 2B school could opt down to play 1B football. You're starting to see where they're putting some language in there where you could choose to opt down rather than just the opportunity to opt up. So I think what you do is you build a structure, and that really has to do with numbers of kids in your school. You build a structure that kind of feels like it makes sense, and then you have to give school districts some choices. I think it's really important.
Coming up tomorrow, we'll have the final word from Kuntz on her departure as she heads to the WIAA. Well, Cody Darcy's two-run home run highlighted a 6-run first inning, all with 2 outs as Wenatchee beat Port Angeles 9-5 at Civic Field last night. Darcy collected another RBI in the 5th on a sac fly with the bases loaded to put the Sox up at that point 7-4. The junior-to-be at Xavier capped his night with an RBI double in a 2-run 7th as Wenatchee won its 3rd straight. Ryan Altenberger also had a big night at the plate, singling in all 5 plate appearances and scoring 2 runs to help the Apple Sox improve to 6-8 on the season. Jake Somm pitched 3 innings of scoreless relief to earn the victory on the mound, striking out 4. Sox pitching staff, including Henrik Reinertsen and relievers Alec Gomez and Cameron Summer, struck out 16 lefties on the night. Wenatchee will go for the sweep tonight. 6:35 start time. James Kulak on the mound against Port Angeles' Jonathan Fortner. Also in the West Coast League last night, checking the Les Schwab scoreboard, Frankie Neiman was 3 for 5 with 4 RBIs and one of Victoria's 5 home runs on the night as the Harbor Cats beat Bend 17-5. Andre Sosa's bases loaded RBI sac fly in the bottom of the 9th inning helped Cowlitz walk off against Ridgefield 10-9. It capped a 7-run rally over the final 3 innings to help the Black Bears to the win. Jordan Vucevic's 2-run triple highlighted a 4-run first inning for the Bells as Bellingham topped Corvallis 5-1. Knights were held to 1 run on 9 hits with 14 strikeouts by 4 Bellingham pitchers. Colton Castellanos' 3-run single in the 6-run first inning led Portland to an 8-7 win over Walla Walla. Andrew Shanks also chipped in a couple of hits for the Pickles, including a solo home run. Tanner Parker's 3-run double highlighted a 5-run 6th inning for Yakima Valley in the Pippins 9-4 win over Kelowna. Parker also delivered a 2-run home run in the 8th to end the night with 5 ribbies in the game. Here's the latest standings of the West Coast League's North Division, which is where the Apple Sox are. The Bells and Harbor Cats remain tied for first at 9-5. Yakima Valley third at 8-6. Wenatchee's now tied with Port Angeles for 4th place at 6-8. Kelowna brings up the bottom of the stack at 3-9. Turning to Major League Baseball, Domingo Santana hit 2 home runs and collected 5 RBIs as the Mariners beat Kansas City 8-2 Wednesday. Santana hit a 3-run home run followed by Daniel Vogelbach's solo shot and a 4-run first inning for the Mariners. Mariners. The offense helped Marco Gonzalez earn his 8th win of the season as the former Apple Sock went 6 2/3, allowed 2 runs on 6 hits with 5 strikeouts. Seattle welcomes Baltimore into town tonight for the first of a 4-game series. Dylan Bundy on the mound for the Orioles, while the Mariners will have an opener before handing the ball off to Wade LeBlanc. First pitch coming up tonight at 7:10. Also on the Les Schwab American League West scoreboard from last night, Jesse Winker's RBI single capped a 2-run bottom of the 9th for Cincinnati in their walk-off 3-2 win over Houston. Reds became the first team to sweep a series from the Astros this season. Oakland banged out to a 4-run 7th and beat Baltimore 8-3. Catcher Josh Fagley led the Athletics with a 3-run home run in the 5th. Mike Trout hit 2 home runs, including a grand slam, collected 7 RBIs in Los Angeles' 11-6 win at Toronto. The Angels center fielder now has 22 round trippers on the season. Jason Kipnis was 2 for 2 with 2 home runs and 4 RBIs to lead Cleveland past Texas by a final of 10-4. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Grant, back to you.
Thank you, Eric. And finally tonight, let's find out what's happening around the valley for you to enjoy this weekend. Here's NCWLIFE's Megan McPherson.
Here's a look at what's on tap this weekend around the Wenatchee Valley. The Leavenworth International Accordion Festival is now through Sunday. Celebrate accordion music from ethnic to jazz. This festival will feature performances in the Leavenworth Fest Hall, Chumpstick Grange, and Front Street Park Gazebo. Enjoy competitions, workshops, jam sessions, and free accordion lessons. With the Northwest Accordion Society as your host and Leavenworth as the setting, come and enjoy 4 wonderful days of everything accordion. Whether you are a competitor, participant, or just love great accordion music, there's enjoyment and participation for everyone. Relay for Life of Chelan Douglas is this Friday from 6 p.m. to midnight at East Mountain High School. This is a community-driven event to raise funds for cancer research and programs through the American Cancer Society, and also to celebrate and remember loved ones. Come out and join in on fighting to find a cure. Join Upper Valley Connection in the Jungle as their icicle players present Disney's The Jungle Book Kids. Both performances are at Cascade High School in Leavenworth Friday at 7 p.m. and Saturday at 2 p.m. Admission is by donation. And finally, Foster Care Fair is this Saturday from noon to 3 p.m. at Pybus Public Market. Come learn about how to become a foster parent, the supports available to foster parents, and volunteer opportunities in Chelan and Douglas counties. For more information on this weekend's events and others, visit the community calendar at ncwlife.com.
Thank you, Megan. And don't forget, tonight, 7 o'clock here on the NCW Life channel, our special presentation of Saving Rihanna. That's the story about the 6-year-old Rock Island girl who fell into a pond back in February and was under the water, or under that ice, for about 15 minutes. The show will talk about how her recovery went and the folks, the heroes that saved that little girl's life. So please keep it right here on the NCW Life channel. Once again, that special, 7 o'clock tonight. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. Also, keep it right here on the NCW Life channel tomorrow morning for Wake Up Wenatchee Valley with your host, Dan Kuntz. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us and have a great night.
NCW Life Channel is your home for local news, local weather, and events including live local high school sports. Watch inspiring local shows featuring local people. Don't miss Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Let's Learn, Guada TV, Street Talk and Other Stuff, the 12th District, Life with Lisa, and the Arbiter of Stoke. NCW Life Channel is your local TV station.
I guess to be the biggest surprise out of all of it was that it was actually caught on camera. Oh yeah. Something this remarkable just took place and it was caught on video. You hardly ever see that kind of stuff, how it plays out. You know, it's just remarkable to watch.
I am Dan Koontz. This is Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. We got news, we got sports, we got weather, we got obscure holiday, today in history, and birthdays. Those actresses from the 70s that I had a huge crush on: Lindsay Wagner, Jane Russell, Meryl Streep, Barbara Bush. Wanted to wish her a happy birthday. It gave me an excuse to throw her picture up on my show. Exclusive distributors of Life Water, now available in the shatterproof plastic bottle.
Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, mornings at 7 o'clock on the NCW Life channel.